Agent 47 and Diana Burnwood are the world's top assassins working for the ICA. Unknowingly, they have been hired by a shadow client to target a number of operatives of Providence, a secret organization working in the highest echelons of power. Providence's controller, the Constant, approaches Diana and makes her a deal. Eliminate the shadow client and learn about 47's past. But when 47 discovers that the shadow client is Lucas Gray, his lost childhood friend, he and Diana switch sides to fulfill an old pact: destroy Providence. Together, they manage to capture the Constant, forcing him to reveal the identities of the 3 Providence partners. Eliminate them, and the war would be over. However, the Constant has an ace up his sleeve. Look closer. In the shadows. Behind the everyday world. Beyond the headlines and the seats of power. A hidden hand. A kind of company known as Providence. To it, we were just assets. To use and throw away. To do the unthinkable. The unforgivable. And it never gave us a second thought. Until now. After decades in the shadows, we are fighting back. Me and 47. Much has been lost, but we are closer than ever. We trapped the Constant, Providence's chief controller, and finally learnt the names of its 3 partners. In their downfall, we lay the past to rest. And, just maybe, look towards the future. 47. It's time.
Partners are down there. You know, I never planned this far ahead. You never do. I see someone got his memory back. Wait, is that a beacon? What the hell? Base. Alexa Carlisle's helicopter just took off. Confirm target locations, over. Diana, what's the status?
Right. We have a situation. Carlisle has left the building. And I think I know why. The Constant has escaped. He persuaded one of the sailors into setting him free. And since then, he's been seizing control of Providence assets and resources. I can only assume Carlisle is rushing to contain the damage.
If she slips away again...
We'll keep track of her. Make sure she doesn't. Meanwhile, the plan stays the same. Your destination is the Scepter, the world's tallest building where the partners are laying low, courtesy of their host, Sheikh Omar Al-Ghazali. Marcus Stuyvesant is 5th-generation old money. His family made its fortune in real estate and banking, and were at one point the chief landowners in New York. Carl Ingram is a powerful Washington kingmaker whose family grew rich selling gunpowder during the American Civil War, and later established a globe-spanning empire in oil, coal, and steel. Both families long since retreated from public view, but their quiet dominance endures to this day. Now, the partners likely suspect that we're coming, so Mr. Gray will infiltrate building controls and disable all electronic doors and elevators. Stuyvesant and Ingram are about to find they have nowhere left to run.
Right. This is our moment, 47. Providence ruined our lives with the flick of a pen. Today, we return the favor. Happy hunting.
Welcome to Dubai, 47. Today is the inauguration of the scepter, and the ceremony is well underway. You will find Marcus Stuyvesant near the building's signature art installation. While a paranoid Carl Ingram has ensconced himself in his penthouse suite, security on highest alert. Mr. Gray is already in position and ready to assist. Good luck, 47.
Come in. 47, do you copy?
I'm here.
Are you in position?
I'm heading towards the point of entry.
Good. Get back to me when you're there. Locked. 47, use your camera and scan the lock, will you? I think I can override the Windows controls from here.
I'm in position.
47, the inauguration is taking place close by. Once you've infiltrated it, get your bearings. I'm sure there must be floor plans somewhere.
Understood.
We need absolute focus on this one. If Ingram and Stuyvesant are alerted to our presence, we may lose them for good. We are so close, 47.
Don't worry. They're not going anywhere.
On behalf of His Royal Highness Omar Al-Ghazali, I bid you welcome to the sector.
Welcome. Hello. Good to see you. How lovely to see so many friendly and familiar faces here today. Now, this has been a dream of mine for a great many years. And as all of you know, I am from one of the less privileged sides of the respectable Al-Ghazali family. But with a small loan from my father, I soon built up a construction empire that was worthy of the great Al-Ghazali legacy. So, I would like to thank my cousins, without whose friendship and influence this achievement might not have been possible. Thank you. I'm proud to yet again immortalize our great family name. But most importantly, this building is for all the people of Dubai, which is today the tallest building in the world. So, I'm humbly proud to open the Burj Al Ghazali. Oh, not like that. The scepter. Now, please, be my guests and celebrate. And thank you. an amazing man. Vision. So humble, too. He acts as if his tower.
Listen. I want to talk to the partners directly. Make them understand why all of this is happening. And that terminal gives me an idea. There's a server room near the Sheikh's personal reception. If you can gain access to it, we might be able to recover useful intel from it. We'll have to work together to hack the system, but it's our best shot. It looks like the staff area could provide you with a viable route to the server room. There's a keypad lock on the doors to the staff area. One moment. All right, try this. 4706. There's quite a bit of security here. One moment. You ready for some more fresh air, 47?
Of all days, His Highness has everyone working triple shifts. There's so much going on here. I've had 4 staff update meetings already. Now that crazy manager called us into another meeting, so now we've got to memorize it.
What? You can't be here! Someone stop this!
Say His Royal Highness isn't good at it.
Listen. I want to talk to the partners directly. Make them understand why all of this is happening. And that terminal gives me an idea. There's a server room near the Sheikh's personal reception. If you can gain access to it, we might be able to recover useful intel from it. We'll have to work together to hack the system, but it's our best shot. There's a keypad lock on the doors to the staff area. One moment. All right, try this. 4706. There's quite a bit of security here. One moment. You ready for some more fresh air, 47?
Where do you think I got my this security professional loves his Cavalier King Charles Spanish?
I think I can open that window remotely. Scan the lock with your camera, and I'll have a try.
That all sounds pretty harmless. She's not drawing blood.
Oh God, this isn't happening. Really? Oh, come on! Whatever.
Sheikh Al-Ghazali is reaching out to his worldwide network of lawyers and financial contacts, attempting to restore the lost power base of the Providence partners. If Ingram and Stuyvesant were asked to a meeting, thinking they'll be told of new developments, I suspect they'd jump at the chance. There's a lounge area at the top of the building. It can be sealed off for private conversations. If we lure the targets there, they'll be trapped. The server room should be behind one of the doors in this hallway. Calendar function. We can use this to summon the partners to a fake meeting, 47. All right, I'm no hacker like Olivia, but I think you need to pull one of the racks here to gain access to the terminal.
Oh, shit, I must go and get the, from what did I say? Oh!
Damn it. A silent alarm. It's been tripped. Security is on its way. Hide, 47.
Failure. System failure.
Everything looks fine. Damn, IT guys are stupid. I'm sick of coming down here.
System online.
Yes, sorry about that, 47. Let's try again, shall we? I think I've got it. We'll need a keycard to gain access. Someone in maintenance should have one we can borrow for a spell.
Dust just gets everywhere. Why is it sticky here?
That must have done something. Can you see anything different in the room? Good. We're in. Now all you need to do is access the terminal and use the calendar option to summon the Providence partners to a meeting. Good work. The meeting has been booked. The partners should be moving up here shortly. Huh. Looks like the lounge can be sealed off for private conversations. Handy. Elevator doors are now open. Excellent. I see the partners moving. You should join their meeting. Time to end this, 47. Building cameras are now disabled.
Hello? Yeah, just wanted to remind you about the lockdown drill tomorrow. That's right, 900 hours. And the keycards to activate the alarms are still in the safe in the security room. Yeah, same code. 6927. Just don't tell your mother or I'll have to shoot. Okay. Okay, but remember, You need to activate the alarm on both floors, otherwise nothing's gonna happen. Good. Yeah. Have a good shift tomorrow. Talk to you later. Bye.
Someone's all kitted out.
The partners are alone now. I'll activate the panel controlling the room's security features. When you're ready, use it to start the show.
Where is he? Where's the Sheik?
It's a busy day for him. Surely we can give him a few moments.
Do you know what he wants to talk about?
No, but...
What's this? Carl? Did you do that?
I certainly did not. I have no idea what's going on.
Gentlemen.
What's the meaning of this?
You're the one responsible for all this. Gray, what do you want?
Something that has been a long time due. Revenge.
Revenge? How banal. You killed Cobb, Nabokov, Caruso, the Washington twins, everyone at Haven. You broke into our bank. And you outed Providence to the world. Whatever perceived slight we've done to you is insignificant to the amount of damage you've caused us. You've caused the world.
You're a murderous terrorist. Nothing more. What did we ever do to you anyway?
You specifically? Nothing. Providence, everything. Providence made me, and at the flick of a pen, Providence broke me. I'm just returning the favor. Providence has ruined the lives of countless people, expecting and facing no consequence for its actions. You take it for yourselves and those who support you, and you burn everyone and everything else to the ground from the comfort of the shadows. No more.
You're delusional.
Exposing us achieved nothing beyond moving a few pieces around on a board much more complicated than you can fathom. World believes we're dead. What more do you want?
Me? Nothing. My friend, however, well, let's just say he's a bit of an expert. I'm just here to watch you die. 47. Finish it. 47. Finish it.
Where the hell is that security panel?
Finally, Stuyvesant and Ingram are gone. Providence will soon be no more than a bad memory. 47. Thank you. I'll meet you at the rendezvous on the edge of town. that's your winning face, I'd hate to see you lose.
We underestimated the Constant.
Yeah, he's a glorified desk clerk.
He's not just after the money. He wants it all.
We caught him once, we can do it again. And, well, we're not the ones who let him escape.
You still don't trust her.
I don't like executive decision makers. Look, you don't have to follow her, you know? Soon, this will be over. Maybe it's time to think about the future. You have to face the possibility that there's no going back. If the ICA knows what you did...
She'll make it right. She always does.
We have a fix on Carlisle. Come on. We've got a plane to catch. I hope you like the rain, 47.
Miss Burnwood.
How did you...
I have everyone's number. You really ought to know by now.
You planned this? All of it?
Don't be silly. I just played the hand I was dealt.
We'll find you.
You had me. Where'd that get you?
We handed you an empire.
It's for the best. The partners were complacent, set in their ways. But power is more than just security. Providence can be an agent of change. Surely you understand. Or you will. Soon enough.
Agent 47 and Diana...
Okay, well, right. Welcome to the barge.
Welcome. Hello. Good
On
to see
behalf
you.
of His Royal Highness Omar Al-Ghazali, I bid you welcome to the city.
Familiar faces here today. This has been a dream of mine for a great many years. Thank you. I'm proud to yet again immortalize our great man.
Listen, I want to talk to the partners directly. Make them understand why all of this is happening. And that terminal gives me an idea. There's a server room near the Sheikh's personal reception. If you can gain access to it, we might be able to recover useful intel from it. We'll have to work together to hack the system, but it's our best shot.
Marcus Stuyvesant was a god to us struggling artists. His and your generosity helped so many.
That's kind of you. But I have a meeting.
With who? Can I come?
No, Lucy.
Greetings. Can't let you through, sir. Love your shoes, though.
Besides, this is your big day. You should mingle. Have fun.
Oh, don't worry about that. My arms are... What was his last tower called?
It's just a precaution.
I've been personally invited by Royal Highness Omar Al-Ghazali. I should have clearance. The name is Zaina Kazim.
Sir, I understand. But you can't enter without being searched. It's standard procedure.
This is ridiculous.
Well, that's how it is. Think about it, and come back if you want. I'll be waiting upstairs in the reception. Understood?
Crystal.
That was a big waste of time. Crystal Dawn won't be happy.
Excuse me, but can you please extinguish that cigarette? You are blowing cancer directly into my body.
It's a smoking area. If you don't like it, piss off. You were being a bitch. Now go away and binge eat and settle it there. It's like do something worse than like cancer.
Yes, no, I did.
Have a nice day.
Thumbs up, mate.
Ah.
Yeah, hey. Sir, if you want to come through, I'm gonna have to pat you down. Greetings, sir.
This is just standard procedure. Just a formality.
All right. Good job, sir. Thank you.
Oh, Mr. Kazim. I'm glad you changed your mind.
Arrogance can be a dangerous trait.
Yes, indeed, it can. Mr. Ingram has been expecting you. We have a conference room set up for you.
Hey, how you doing?
Please, go in and make yourself comfortable. Mr. Ingram will be with you
Looking good today, sir.
Thank you.
Looking fine today, sir.
Mr. Kazim, a pleasure to meet you. Omar tells me great things about you. I'll get straight to the point. I have a, well, let's call it a dispute, which the Royal Highness tells me you're very capable of taking care of. Now, I've worked with your organization before, in Morocco, I believe, so I'm a little hesitant.
Don't be. We do what's needed.
Well, only time will tell. I have 2 assignments for you. Take care of the first one, and then we can discuss the bigger fish. Now, on to the first. An acute problem has been brought to my attention.
Keep talking.
I'll be candid with you. No one is supposed to know that I'm here. However, there's a journalist down at the inauguration, and he's asking rather intrusive questions about who's staying up here, and that is a very dangerous problem for me. Now, I want you to silence this little pain. You think you can do that?
It's what I do best.
I like your bluntness. This is his file. Hans Lucht, Pulitzer-winning freelance journalist. He's good, and won't give up until he gets the answers he needs. And that can't happen.
Consider it done.
Good man. And remember, I want a picture. I want proof so I can sleep tonight.
Of course.
Once this little assignment is completed, come back and talk to Miss Toe.
Then we can discuss the real cancer that needs to be removed. I'm sure you can see yourself out.
What an amazing
Excuse me. I was wondering if you could help me. Upstairs, that is the Royal Highness Omar Al-Ghazali's private penthouse. Correct. I heard rumors he has some guests of some significance. Now, I understand you probably signed an NDA, but I may be able to make up for it with cold cash.
I'm going to ask you politely to move along. I don't appreciate your line of questioning.
Well, I was just curious, but thanks for your time. Ask you.
Mr. Luck, I hear you're looking for information.
Oh, really? Okay. You know what's happening upstairs?
I know more than you could imagine. But we can't talk here. Follow me.
Great. Lead the way.
Looking good, man. Looking good.
This better be good. I have a reliable source that the Royal Highness Omar Al-Ghazali is keeping a secret upstairs. You don't talk much, do you? If you need anything, you let me know. Getting a bad feeling here. Where are you taking me? I'm sure we passed plenty of places where we could talk. I hope it's worth it.
Wait for me here. I'll be back as soon as possible.
All right, whatever it is, better be good.
Yes, that's it. Now Ingram trusts you, it's like shooting fish in a barrel.
Greetings, sir. Hey, bud.
Mr. Kazim, welcome back. So, you have the picture?
Yes, here.
Good. Our guest will be delighted. Please follow me. He's waiting. If you just follow me, Mr. Kazim.
Long time no see.
So, do you like the building? This has been His Royal Highness's dream. I think for even longer than I have known him. Everything here is completely self-sufficient. Electricity, internet, even water is clean and reused. It's the first of its kind on this scale. It was important for him to look to the future.
So you're saying the Medicis were just looting generations of talent that would have flourished more without them? You're out of your mind.
A patron can withdraw their funding on a much more arbitrary basis than...
Have you seen the view yet? It's quite spectacular. On a clear day, you get a wonderful view of the Arabian desert. It's a sight to behold, the vastness of it. Back in China, this would never be possible, because of all the smog. Here we are. Mr. Ingram is expecting...
Mr. Cassie, so good to see you. You have the picture?
Yes. Your problem is fixed.
Omar said you were good. Let's get down to the important business at hand. Okay, people, clear the room. I need to discuss some delicate business with Mr. Kazim.
Perfect.
I'm sorry.
We have Ingram right where we want him.
Yeah, just remembered something.
47,
Please make yourself
you know
at
what
home.
to do.
Have a drink, see the view. It's something to behold. Now, where was I? Oh, that's right. My man here will stay for the meeting. I assume that will not be a problem. Either way, you have no choice in the matter. It's interesting we haven't come across each other before, Mr. Kazim. Well, maybe not. I usually have my people talk to people like you.
I can imagine.
I don't know how much Omar, the Royal Highness, has told you. But my guess is very little, so let me get straight to the point. My organization has been hit by an unpleasant cancer that can only be removed by cutting it out of the gut, if you get my drift.
Yes, I do.
Good. This little turd is spreading his vile, toxic cells, and I want him stopped. Brutally. Chemo won't remove him. Only the knife. I have his file here. Arthur Edwards. A sly little devil, if there ever was one. Me and my associates, well, we underestimated the little worm. We want revenge.
I think you and I share a common interest.
I doubt that. But I want you to make him suffer. This is not a horse that needs to be put out of its misery. This is a rabid dog that needs to be put down. Am I making myself clear, Mr. Kazim?
Yes. Consider it done.
Good. We're now in business.
We are.
I'll have Miss Toe send you anything you need. We're done here. Oh, one last question. I'm just curious. You're nicknamed the Vulture. Why?
I find it's best to wait for the perfect kill.
I think you'll be perfect for the job. Nice to meet you, Mr. Kazim. I look forward to receiving an update. Safe hunting.
Guard! Yes, Mr. Ingram?
Please show Mr. Kazim out.
Yes, sir. Mr. Kazim, please follow me. Mr. Kazim, you need to listen to me. Follow me and don't get sidetracked.
Namaste.
Mr. Kazim, you need to listen to me. Follow me and don't get sidetracked. Mr. Kazim, you need to listen to me. Follow me and don't get sidetracked. Mr. Kazim, you need to listen to me. Follow me and don't get sidetracked. Mr. Kazim, you need to listen to me. Follow me and don't get sidetracked. Mr. Kazim, you need to listen to me. Follow me and don't get sidetracked. Mr. Kazim, you need to listen to me. Follow me and don't get sidetracked.
Sir, you are not allowed to pass.
Hi there. All right there.
Please, come right in, sir.
good, man. Looking good.
Excuse me?
What freak?
Yo, man.
Right this way.
Not right now, please.
Interesting.
okay?
Fun.
Was that command? Okay, continuing search.
Hey,
I strongly suggest you leave the vicinity. Okay, sure, no problem.
Okay, cut the red or the blue wire. Up and down.
What a bleeding mess. Flip it, you're on, baby. What the fuck? Hey, why are you trying to asphyxiate that person? Can't you see they clearly don't... What are...
Sorry, everything happened so suddenly.
The day's not great, but when you weigh it against all the birds.
What the hell was that?
I'll let you through if you give me a ride in your chopper.
No.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
Hello? Any update on my replacement guard?
We still haven't heard from him yet. But we know he's in the building. I'm sure he's just waiting for his uniform, and he'll be up soon.
I'm glad to hear, but I don't like to be kept waiting. Make sure he has his papers and call me, okay?
Of course, sir. We'll let you know.
You better.
Stuyvesant is expecting a replacement guard. If you can locate him, we should be able to get within strangling distance.
Something here's gonna want.
See that dish rack over there? I keep thinking about just blowing my nose with it or wiping it.
pretend I never thought about it. That's all I do. Think about it.
Look, this is gonna make me look really bad.
Sure, it's around here somewhere. Don't you worry. A colleague is also out there looking.
But this is awful. I mean, I'm in my thoughts. So embarrassing. I was supposed to be ready to present my papers half an hour ago.
Yes, you men in the army with your papers. Super punctual. I get it.
Are you making fun of me? That's so cruel. Do you know what a man is without his gun?
Man in his boxers. Crying like a baby.
Don't mind me.
Nice.
Reporting for duty.
About time. Our client has been going out of his mind waiting for you. Do you have the papers?
Yes.
Good. I'll call him now.
How should I address him?
It's classified, so you don't call him anything. But officially, he's just known as codename Pinky. Sir, this is security. Just calling to let you know your new guard has finally arrived. Yes, sir. See you soon. Okay, wait here. He'll be here shortly. Just a heads up. The package is a real...
Okay, you must be my new escort. I have very high standards, and trust you will do your duty. You have your credentials on you?
Looking good today, sir.
Let me see here. Yes, it looks good. Oh, I like it. A cutlery expert, no less. I have no idea what that means. But your CV is very impressive. This looks perfect. Come on, let's walk. I need to tell you a bit about what I expect from you. I expect you to be by my side 24/7, unless I say otherwise. Bathroom breaks are, of course, permitted, but only when I say so. I have a very important, delicate meeting today, at which I expect you to keep your ears closed, but your eyes wide open. Understood? Now, your papers were indeed impressive, but I need to see what you can do with my own eyes. My father used to take me hunting. He was an avid hunter. I personally hated it, but always admired his skill with a knife, and grew to appreciate what it takes to gut an animal. Have you ever tried to gut an animal?
Yes.
Good. Then you know it's not so easy as it looks. Like trying to stab a rubber ball. It bounces back if you don't stab it correctly. You're almost here. You have to understand. I didn't get where I am by blind faith. You see these? Where the hell are the shooting targets?
I already took care of them.
I don't know how you figured out there'd be a test, but I'm impressed. That's exactly the kind of initiative and dedication I'm looking for. I think we'll get along just fine.
You've gained his trust. What to do with all that power?
Feeling, very vulnerable today, so can you, back off?
Okay, I think I got the right man now. Thank you for your services, and take the rest of the day off. You deserve it.
Thank you, sir. It was an honor. Thank you, sir.
You impressed me. You really did. But let's get to work. Something...
You got him, 47. Marcus Stuyvesant won't be a problem anymore. Let's move on to Carl Ingram. We're not done yet.
What makes you say that?
Would you mind taking a few steps away from me, please?
consequence of rockets going nearby.
Not as witty as I would have thought. Here I live. I read an interview with the architect in a design magazine. It has something to do with the way the scepter is shaped.
Woof. Jeez, what? You want a kiss?
I'm sure it wasn't cheap.
Okay. Let's imagine an invisible barrier between me and you that extends out to about an arm's length from me. Let's try and keep out of that zone.
But I think the shape of it.
Your boss? Seems pretty interesting.
Hey, you! Where do you think you're going? Definitely not through here. Get out of my face.
Oh, you think these elevators are ever gonna work?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm sure all of the well-paid and ethically treated contractors.
I'm glad you're taking this seriously.
Look, I'll just have the one drink. I'm sure if I'm needed out there, one of the technicians will come and find me. I want to
Looking good, man. Looking good. Hey, how are you?
chess pieces. Keep the balance. Like all the great chess masters of our time, patience. Is the key.
Our Royal Highness has never complained about it
The
before.
fundamental rule
Sorry.
of recruiting.
Mr. Ingram, who is the Royal Highness's guest, has requested no noise of any kind.
Share
But it means I'll work slower.
I don't care what tempo you work.
It will be
A lonely boy
slow.
who came from a less than modest home, showed from an early age signs of great intelligence and inventiveness. Something that no one noticed, but his teacher. Thanks to her keen eye, she began to push little Jeffrey harder, believing he could make something of himself. That's enough for now.
Yeah, and it'll probably never happen. Just like fire drills. Yeah. Just like fire drills.
Okay, rolling. And Jeffrey excelled. Lo and behold,
Just keep calm.
Started to gain what do they call them? Scholarships. Soon to be admitted.
How about this one? She had a heart, how shall I say? Made glad too easily. Be impressed. She liked whate'er she looked on, and her looks went wow. All right, stay put. I'll take a look.
No problem.
All is cool, all is
All those ads down there. Most of them wouldn't be here if it wasn't for us. They know the war going on.
Tonight, one makes up bands to roam the town and sing out.
Jeffrey wanted to make it. He was brilliant. Lure him to his true calling, working for the hand that is. Grooming him in fate's own image when he was needed. Not bad. I need a break, though. Okay, where was I? History of the partners. As my successor, it's important you understand that we, the partners, are a collective of distinguished families who have taken it upon ourselves to guide the world to being a better place. A place where... A place where the intelligent and the strong can prosper. But we also understand that where there are masters, there must be servants. This cannot be done without an effective class system. Servants must be controlled. That's enough for now.
Okay. Need a drink. Perfect. Might as well make me another.
Yes, sir. Another one coming up.
Thanks. Okay, rolling. So, it's our duty to keep the world in check, to make sure the engine runs smoothly and not dissolve into anarchy. That might sound harsh, but it is our fundamental belief that the masses must be guided, as they are incapable of guiding themselves. However, these ideals could be misinterpreted as some form of dictatorship, and this is where I beg to differ. We are anything but, which is also why it is imperative that we, the partners, maintain our clandestine approach.
You copy?
The masses like to be led, but the trick is to fool them into thinking that they're not.
Okay, that's enough for now.
We got him, 47. Soon there will be no more Providence. You need to find an exit. Our business is done here, but it's far from over.
She came home.
Carlyle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be, without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Alexa Carlyle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlyle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlyle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlyle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlyle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
One more thing. According to our intel, Carlyle keeps a case file on the Constant. Information that may be helpful in his recapture, so don't leave the estate without it.
Right. Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
Thornbridge Manor. The Carlyle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
Private area, sir. Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle.
Please wait. Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47. A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge.
Hey, who is throwing stuff around here? Come on! Thumbs up, mate.
Hmm?
Good job.
Oh, man.
What was that noise? Oh!
Mr. Whitmer, thank God you're here. Can I take you to Madame Carlyle?
Yes, please.
If you'd follow me. I know I oughtn't say anything, but I'm so relieved you're here. Everything's just so strange. Preparing for Madame's funeral, and then she turns up alive. But then the awful business with her brother Zachary, and all this security. I've never seen the place guarded like this, and I dare say I don't like it at all. This is what I mean. You have to be patted down before you see Madame Carlyle inside. Oh, I could just cry.
Looking good, looking good. Sir, if you want to pass through, I need to check that you're not carrying anything dangerous. Sir, I'm just doing my job. I gotta pat you down. Sorry about that. Okay, you're all fine. Off you go.
Mr. Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madame Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've traveled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
I prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir. I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this. Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
Sir?
Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal. Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity.
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside. A photocopy of the floor plan. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Something's off. Pruitt got word his motion was rejected. He signed the bloody thing 4 days ago.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
This is very useful information, 47. So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps do you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
Can't you tell me?
I should
so
let you get back to it.
Yeah, same.
Did you want to check on the undertaker in charge of the funeral? I got word he's upset with Madame Carlyle.
I did, sir. It all checked out.
That is the door to Rebecca's room.
Oh, stop pacing, for God's sake, Emma.
But why don't we get any kind of explanation? It's bloody rude, that's what it is. Come here to play funeral and then show up like Exactly. She holds the other one. I want her to have the final order. I'd rather she knew who she's up against. She's clever and
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Is that all? Not very thorough, are you?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? The only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger ball. He's better off dead. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate intellect?
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing, really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
Emma Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Is that all?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Anything else you want to know?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
Rebecca Carlyle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer? I do have a lot to see to.
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much. Mother spent the last week at her sign pressing stage. Am I right?
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'll never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. If that's all, I have a...
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff, all the company he had. Anything else I can do?
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me. You always led by example rather than by words and meaningless gestures. Like hugs and encouragement. Spontaneous caress, what a difference that would have made.
Patrick Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexa used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. If that's all, I think I'll get back.
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
I should get back to...
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room. A keychain pendant for the greenhouse. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's room, I wonder? And why is the key missing? Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens.
don't you just relax for a minute?
And that solicitor upstairs, why do you think he's here?
Immediately. Yes, I'll hold. It doesn't exist. What do you mean it doesn't exist? Right. I'll double check and get back to you.
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
Verified his identity.
Everything's in order.
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
Such a gentleman. He gave me his coat and all.
Rosie, you need to forget about Patrick. No good's gonna come of it. Stick to your own kind.
You mean like Chris? He treated me like shit. All he wanted to do was play his stupid video games. Never any romance. I deserve rest.
Quite the poet. But you're right. It's beautiful.
Alice, tell me what Emma did when she arrived.
What is it?
Elaine? I kid you not.
She can't wait to get her hands on Thornbridge Manor.
things coming along inside? Is everything ready for tomorrow?
I'm getting a headache from all the decisions. I mean,
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks
Would you
at you,
mind
it makes you
taking
feel
a
like
few
the
steps
center
away
of
from
the
me,
universe.
please?
Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out and, we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlyle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
I can't deal with all this pretend funeral stuff just now. I know I have to, but Amy thinks she might be pregnant. I'm going to be a dad.
I remember I was with the first one. The ones that come after certainly are a lot less of a worry.
I need to stop thinking about Emma all the time, but she just makes me so angry.
What is it now?
She scolded Mary for not making the bed the way she prefers it. It's so unfair. She just discovered Zachary's dead body and was all shook up. I tried to tell Emma, and do you know what she said? Things change around here. I can promise you that.
And her son Patrick is just as bad. Look at Rose.
Hello.
You and me both.
Talk, come on. Talk, come on. I forgot it. But that Emma woman is a tad too big for my taste. Tell me, turn up. But staying in his mother's bed so soon is just a bit steep, I suppose.
I saw her rearranging the photos in the sitting room, hiding Madame at the back.
So, how long have you been working here?
About a month now.
You're American. What on earth are you doing in this shithole? A girl like you belongs in clubs in London. I bet you're a great dancer.
I don't like dancing.
What about restaurants, then? You like food? I know some great places. You should come visit. I'll take you somewhere really nice. Spend a few bucks. A girl like you deserves that.
I don't know.
No, she probably...
All right,
Yeah.
later.
Who am I kidding? He's probably not looking for anything serious.
Hey, Rebecca, do you see this about old Wampy? He used to fancy her, didn't he?
I thought...
Did you give the Fitzpatrick token to Madame Carlyle's daughter?
Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler?
Oh, of course.
Hello there, sir.
Oh, by the way, I told Kate about those texts.
What did she say?
Well, I thought she'd be mad at me, but she just thanked me that she understood the position I was in. We had a really good talk about it, actually.
Oh, what did I tell you? She's a sensible woman. And that stuff from your ex is like manipulation 101.
I know.
Mary is so upset. And she's never seen a dead body before.
Life can be tough sometimes.
Alexa back from the dead, a make-believe funeral, a murder mystery. Oh, it's all too much.
Don't worry, I'm sure everything will settle out.